Elizabeth Warren, Hiawatha, Pocahontas herself, Senator High Cheekbones, is introducing legislation to not to help women, not to give women a choice, not to support all that choice and women's lib that she always prattles on about. She is introducing legislation to shut down crisis pregnancy centers.
In Massachusetts right now, those crisis pregnancy centers that are there to fool people who are looking for pregnancy termination help outnumber true abortion clinics by 3 to 1. We need to shut them down here in Massachusetts, and we need to shut them down all around the country. You should not be able to torture a pregnant person like that.
You're torturing a pregnant person, she says, formerly known as a woman. You're a mother. You're torturing a mother, she says, if you offer her free or extremely low-cost resources to take care of her child. Crisis pregnancy centers are wonderful. They are actual pregnancy centers to help actual pregnant women without killing their children. The one thing you can't get at a crisis pregnancy center is killing your children. Just like how at Planned Parenthood pretends to be a big pregnancy center that serves all women and all sorts of women's health care, but you can't get all sorts of women's health care at Planned Parenthood. Their chief product is abortion. So if you want to kill your kid, you go to Planned Parenthood. If you want help with your pregnancy, if you're a struggling mother and you want help during the pregnancy itself or with birth or just afterward for young mothers, you go to a crisis pregnancy center. I have had the privilege of speaking with all sorts of crisis pregnancy centers. They do God's work on earth. Liz Warren wants to shut them down. Why? Because she doesn't want a choice. At the very least, we've got to get rid of this pro-choice moniker. They do not want a choice. They want you to kill your kid. They do not want you to just make an informed decision. They don't want you to make an informed decision. They want to shut down the centers that will take care of you if you want to keep your child, and they want to federally fund the centers that will help you kill your child. That's it. It reminds me of this conversation between Betty Friedan, the American feminist, and Simone de Beauvoir, who was the strumpet of Jean-Paul Sartre, and she was a French feminist. And they had a debate over whether or not women should have the choice to stay at home. And Betty Friedan said, yeah, if a woman wants to go work, she can. If she wants to stay at home, she can. And that's great. She can have the choice. And Simone de Beauvoir said, no, she can't have the choice to stay home. If women have the choice to stay home, they'll take that choice 9 times out of 10, and that's not conducive to liberation. We have to force them to go to the workplace. Liz Warren is saying we have to force them to kill their kids, basically. If a woman is poor, if she's in trouble, if she's worried, if she's anxious, if it's an unexpected pregnancy, we need to force her to kill the baby. We can't give her the choice because it's all about power. And more broadly, it's about serving a broader system. It's not about a woman's individual choice. Right now, go to allform.com/Knowles. I have invited you into my bedroom. You know that. I've told you all about my beautiful Helix mattress. Well, now Helix has left the bedroom. They've started making sofas. They just launched a new company called Allform. They are already making the best sofas we have ever seen on this show. It is a fabulous sofa for a lot of reasons. One, you get to customize a sofa using premium materials. You do it at a fraction of the cost of traditional stores. You pick the fabric, the color of the legs, the size, the shape to make sure it's a perfect fit for your home. They've got armchairs and love seats all the way up to an 8-seat sectional. And what I really love, let's say you're in a studio apartment right now. Someday you're going to live in a mansion. You can add more seats as your home grows. Really, really high quality stuff. They have a forever warranty that is literally forever to find your perfect sofa. Check out allform.com/Knowles. That's allform.com/Knowles. They're offering 20% off all orders for our listeners. allform.com/Knowles. We need to reintroduce logic and reason to the discussion. The left broadly has been trying to take logic and reason out of our politics. That's why they're taking away the meaning of all the words. If words don't have meaning anymore, or if the meanings of words change every single day, then we can't communicate, we can't have a civil dialogue, we can't have reasoned debate. Politics ceases to be this reasoned process of figuring out how best we can live the good life and how we can have a flourishing country, and it becomes a bare-knuckle brawl for raw interest and will. I want it, and I want it now, and that's why I'm going to get it. That's not a good way to do politics. We need to reintroduce logic, especially to this discussion around abortion. You know where we're hearing this from? Not just from the conservatives in America, not just from the right-wingers. We're even hearing this from the Holy Father, from the Pope, who is not the most conservative guy in the world. Some people think he's very, very far to the left, and he has said and done things that would justify that belief. Even the Pope was just asked about Joe Biden's stance on abortion, how Joe Biden supports abortion. And here is what Pope Francis said about this. He said, "Let Biden talk to his pastor about that incoherence." He called, and frankly, I sort of wish that Pope Francis were even tougher here and were even more clear. But this phrase is pretty clear. He's saying that Joe Biden's defense of abortion is incoherence. And it is incoherence. To defend abortion is incoherent. For someone who enjoys the right to life, to advocate denying the right to life is intrinsically incoherent. You might say it's satanic. There's a video going around. I have to get to this video. I meant to get to it yesterday. Of a young woman giggling over abortion. It's this woman, she's got all sorts of face tattoos. She's got a satanic symbol on her chest. And she's watching a video of a kind of satanic, demonic-looking figure killing and torturing a baby, and she's laughing and she's giggling and she's getting a really big kick out of it. And she says, "It's my favorite TikTok I've seen this week. Ha, ha, ha." There are all sorts of secular explanations for this. The libs and some of the conservatives even will say, "Oh, this is about leftism. This is about progressivism. This is about Marxism. This is a metaphor." They're trying to metaphorize everything. You know, Satan's really just a metaphor for man's natural capacity for evil. Sometimes, guys, it's just the devil. And actually, it's kind of like that IQ bell curve meme. At the bottom end of the IQ curve, they say, "Duh, everything is about the goodness of God, and there's the evil of the devil, and we gotta pursue God." Duh, right? And then the people in the middle, the midwits, they say, "Well, actually, you know, it's a metaphor, and it's a metaphor for this aspect of the internal turmoil and chaos of man's soul." And then you get up to the really smart guys at the top, and they say, "No, it's just about good versus evil. It's just about God and the temptations of the devil, and you got to pursue God." And that's what this is about. People have been worshiping the devil for a lot longer than there has been leftism or Marxism. They all kind of play into the same thing, but every culture, everywhere around the world has had some conception of God and some conception of the devil. It reminds me of that line from Antonin Scalia, where he was being mocked by a New York Magazine reporter. And the reporter said, "What, you believe in heaven and hell?" He goes, "Uh-huh, I do." He says, "You know, I even believe in the devil." And he said, "You're looking at me like I'm weird. Do you realize that most people throughout history have believed in the devil, that the devil exists? Do you realize that many more intelligent people than you and me have believed that the devil exists?" It's a very important line. It's a very important thing to remember. When we're trying to make sense of these political problems, sometimes, listen to the dumb guy at the end of the IQ bell curve meme. Sometimes, all the time actually, it really does come down to good versus evil. Those things that we try to write away as abstractions and metaphors and just mere images, those have reality, and we need to deal with that because we are imperiling our country and ourselves if we ignore it. I'm so glad you liked that clip. Now, here's what I need from you. If you haven't done it already, I need you to ring that bell. I need you to ring that bell because we are very, very close to 1 million subscribers. And I really want that gold play button that they're going to send me. They're going to send me the gold play button and then they're going to nuke my channel, right? That's inevitable. But I want the play button first. So make sure you get those notifications, ring that bell, ding dong, whatever you got to do. We'll see you next time.